side first. Standard walk up behind this Viper screen and already sidesteps something out. Yeah, he's definitely going to concede this space. And he'll hear the whole Storm of Wildebeest move in, but Okeanos is able to get the better of him straight away. To the back of the site, it is Sato. Dante handled. Mazino also accosted in the corner. Kessin hopes to try and get a foothold here, but in general, Leviatan's pace, a little too much for KRU to handle.
This one is done. I think the Cloud even went down to force Melser into such a tough position here. Everyone looking at him, and there it is. Time to sit around and wait. Those swings out of showers from KRU were just really haphazard, trying to get in to support their player backside who was isolated. That is a wrap. Okeanos gets a triple to close. Drawn now for KRU. You can see Melser has worked his way over towards spawn because KRU have had some fairly forward space over on A, but Mazino is just fully isolated there.
It's a noise cut, and I think the exploration over at Hookah that makes him think he's safe to go for that peek. He was wrong. Okeanos in and onto the site. Smoked out. Melser living dangerously there. An outline drawn with bullet holes as he tries to play up towards that elbow direction. Okeanos going to get tucked here, refresh that smoke. It's going to force KRU out into the open, and it works. Dante's able to flash himself there. Kesnit by his side. That octagon control, though, is crucial for Leviatan, and Lex is holding it down.
Texas taking that fight. Calm was on a really late wrap. Now in the 1v2 in a clutch.
He's got good sight of the side itself, but Kesnit is there. The high-low with for Dante will allow him to get off the line.
I mean, perhaps if there's a way for Lev to get the spike down and then start playing within King's Pit. They do have an orbital strike and a molly. This thing is not over yet. Oh no! Oki cannot be given that kill.
One by one, the dominoes starting to fall. KRU in no position here to do anything about this. And yeah, it's a Viper's Pit that also gives them that showers control. They're going to have a player embedded here over by Lamps.
And now that being said, Mazino does have the Nightfall to try to ping one of these players out. They could even try to combo that with the orbital strike to get a kill here.
Spotted Okeanos, the only player revealed by the Nightfall, and they're going to go straight for him. He hasn't been able to heal. Back up, the decay makes him an easy target.
I think I just try to get on the spike and orbital strike right into shower.
That's the plan. Con scrambling, trying to get out desperately down to 11, and he's caught inside the molly. King a little bit more lucky, but there's a defuse underway, and this snake bite is a little bit too little. The spray! What? Oh, it's not enough. It's too late, but still have to try and take a risk. Oh man! Far too many free kills for Dante on that part of the map.
That was one of the two ults that Lev have, also now just erased from the toolbox. Dante going back in, but denied by Sato.
Overwhelming on the side, Shy also going down. It's only Kesnit at B for the time being. A hasty rotate coming on in, but there are going to be smokes refreshed. KRU are going to have to play themselves out through a flash.
What is the move? The money's actually not great for KRU because they lost so many players on that last round. How much do they want to commit here?
And they don't have a flash to really work with either. Nothing of the sort.
Yeah, they do just get a haunt back now for Mazino. That's being thrown out. Does have one Prowler as well. Mazino gets the opener.
Okay, King dealt with the elbow presence starting to develop here for KRU. Okeanos! Having to deal with Melser. Mazino now will just try and inch his way forward. He's in that 1v2 and finally
over, but we're already into the next one. Dimensional drift in on the full by getting a lot of space.
This pace is wild. Cold again in a pivotal spot, but King is there to back him up, and he does good. Kesnit and Dante both dealt with. Now Nightfall coming from the defenders. Tex can't get ahead of it. Decay down. Easy pickings for Mazino. King against an assortment of his teammates of old. 12 and 5 in the game. Has to bail Leviatan out. That's one. No. No.
Just a rotator to support, to try and flood in aggressively like they could on some of these prior rounds. It's going to come down to some honest sight anchoring, it's looking like, because Mills are fully entrenched.
What is that?
God, he is just so impressive with the Panther shots.
Oh, Mills had hoped to play closely with the judge, but spotted out by the Dizzy instantly. Nightfall here for Mazino, hoping to pave the way to some degree, but he walks in a molly down to 75. And he has no help for the foreseeable future.
This one is just as good as done. I mean, it comes down to Sato being an absolute phenom playing Yoru. The accuracy of his shots is just mental. He is such an unbelievable aimer.
Shy here, exits the half. The Sato is credited with a full.
Just enable Dante and Kesnit to be the star players that they are. full shower control here. Basically no chance to comp. Well, get anything done unless he gets a spam kill was going to be the end of my sentence, but he did it a bit faster than I could say it.
Surely someone's counting those because we're probably in double digits by now in terms of ridiculous spam kills in this game. KRU with a characteristic deep prowler ends up revealing their position, getting caught out. They're in the site. Guess who is encroaching? It's Sato and Tex inside showers, waiting for their chance to spring forth, and Com will start to show a little bit more leg here. Horn pop straight away, they're going to check close. That's Mel's that gets the drop on them here. Good anchoring from KRU. Get that quick plant, they make the right choice of site hit. No longer spending any more. Here they come, straight through that wall. It's going to be Sato with a lot to shoot at, and bloody hell he's good at it, isn't he? Dante and Kesnet both down, deals with the double duelist threat from KRU instantly. Tex though marked up, playing his life best he can. And Sky Smoke's about to dissipate inside Hookah, and then Rubber hits the road yet again. Mizzino pops his hand up, and there it is, whack-a-mole for Tex. Blows him out of the server, and it has to be on Shy. This will have to be miraculous. It's King on the corner. Some history here, to say the least. Shy gets the plant, but down to 43. King waiting patiently. And his gambit does it! Beautiful piece of Shy!
Seeing anything be long before the gate crash expires. What a time to do it. All of KRU walking down short, taking some control of Wax, actually ripping that orbital strike. What a shot!
He is limping. Sato lucky to find that kill, but he had to get out. Orbital strike would have threatened him. Com here inside shower. It's a late wrap from Mizzino. Com has a feeling for it. Mizzino obviously has the edge. He's going to win it out as a result. Now we're even. Kesnet tucked in under heaven. Sato needs to find a way to peer in with his operator. But he was in the sights of Kesnet. Can't really find an easy trade now with Mizzino having taken up that shower position, or at least implying it. And that's why Tex is being so careful about his heaven pick and giving Kesnet all the room he needs to work with. Now, once again, Tex in the same spot with a better weapon, but still, the odds just as much against him as they were, and it's 4 for Kesnet.
Down after that initial contact. Wow, full commitment into the warrior there from King, and is going to get a first fight. But
and somehow, moving it out. The trade is favoring KRU. They just lean into this B-long position.
A lot of damage onto Tex, and on top of that, insult to injury, Kesnet gets the orb with the kill, so he's got a showstopper here.
Dropping spike.
Sato never had a chance to use his drift to try and give his team the edge.
KRU, they just want to stabilize here. They still have tons of time on the clock. They have an advantage in terms of the players and great ults to play with.
They've got all this stall util still from Melsa.
They know they are on the precipice of stealing this map away. Tex on the rotate, almost caught.
Here comes Kesnet! Oh, nicely done by Tex. Shuts him down in the nick of time, but Mizzino dives in. Very low was Tex. They're going to jump outside of this orbital strike. And they're going straight for long here. Com overwhelmed before he realized what was coming his way. Okeanos with nothing but a molly and a dream to work with. Nails the head of Melsa. Mizzino and Shy can double up here. That's the danger. And Shy is playing distraction. What a dirty second half here for KRU. I mean, clean on the scoreboard, but in game, that... So here the death ball makes its way through. Tex likely to be bowled over. Found 2.
A little lucky.
For the price of 1, evens things up a little bit more. If Com can find a kill here, if not more, this might be looking a bit more favorable. And so Kesnet Mizzino fall to his head. It's on Shy. And he's in a post plant.
Surely he doesn't win another clutch.
No. Preserve the sacred timeline for the love of God. Paranoia comes through. Shy's able to get ahead of it. Halved it. Damage in. Not bad. Not bad. Double tap gone. Meanwhile, Mizzino's gone wandering up long here. A chance you'd think for Dante to emerge, but King cut into the quick instantly.
That's all of KRU just trying to fight together, but not able to get the kills. Can Melser be the hero of the round?
He has a paranoia and he's gotten himself into an anchoring position. Gets clear of the relay bolt. They don't know he's here right now. And that's what happens. Okeanos blindsided by Melser, steps up and it's a spray through the smoke as well. It's down to Com, but 16 health. It's hardly enough to hang your hat on.
That was some, and that's unfortunate for Com. He's about to get tagged up by the camera and rest in peace. Surely.
16 health
Surely.
and revealed. Cyber Cage. Shielding him from view, but would have been an easy pick up for KRU. And now, obviously a pretty face-up position for Com to fall back to. But never count him out. In the post plant. In a decent spot for it too. There's Melser finishing the job. Blocking this round. Still. Over towards the A site we go. Okay, a little shock dart. Mazina will be able to avoid it. No, the timing looked good for Dante, but Tex has been able to make use of his limited health pool. Steps up this Mazzino.
Also trying to get back in and take a fight. Kesnet is rotated away at the wrong time.
No way they're not going to go for this, surely. Caught out. Doesn't quite have the right weapon for it in fairness, but there's Kesnet calm dealt with, and now he's still sat up in heaven.
Yeah, that's the spike dropped.
No plant.
Try to swing out. Tex is so low.
They've got no choice. They've got to go back for this. They've got to both go back for this spike. And Kesnet makes short work of Oki.
No, don't you dare. Do not dare use the kill contract.
King and Kesnet. Oh, King holds his nerves and holds M1. Oh, wow. The first time we're really exploring this part of the map. Outside of that late rotate from Com in 1v2. Garage control. Nobody really operating that part of the map.
We've gotten all of this side control right now. This Hunter's Fury does get that one connection. Shy wants to get in off the back of it. Maybe just some spam or something, but not able to. Denied by Tex when the dark cover drops.
LEVIATAN really determined not to give that foothold to KRU to play themselves in. Some garage presence here, also going to be taken up by Dante Deus as he gets in there. Well, one way smoke maybe to play him in properly. Here comes the three-player push from the backside, but Sato, Sharp finds his first. Tex there to try and follow it up, and Melser, again it's Melser! Now, the protocols shift. Lev have to play much more passively off the side here.
Com has no utility, no shock darts.
King neither. They've just got to go raw source, no catch up, and Dante gobbles him down.
Great if there was a pivot towards C, just having control of long, but B is ultimately going to be the final destination of this spike. So we'll have to meet back up with the rest of his teammates. Dante's going to get all of this info towards site. Dimensional drift going to expire soon. Multiple flashes to play with though. Oh, what a shot from Com.
Maybe Kesnet could have waited a little bit longer for Dante to come out of drift there, but still he can flash himself into it, even has time to make a correction. Weapon exchange, no Tex is behind the barrier. Oh, my God! He is the Inferno!
There, let's get into C before KRU can get there and try to flood onto us. Let's get in the site, let's try to set something up in a post plan.
Great way to punish a commitment on the other side of the map. Tex lucky there. Looks like the line of sight wasn't really available to Shy. Hunter's Fury, though, takes the Cypher out of the game. That is, of course, a neural theft now off the table. Com set up. One is good, two not so much. It's Kesnet able to get under it. And then they go. Double tap is active. KRU want to fight for this, and they want to fight for it now.
Lev want to flip the map, though. Maybe try to isolate a fight against Mazzino, who's still back in spawn. This is the opportunity for the KRU players to get forward, and the kill contract takes one away.
All right. We'll see what comes of that. It's King v Kesnet yet again. The double tap gives him the edge he needs, and now Dante reappears. In long! And KRU! Man, when the rubber hits the road, these guys...
See, we have not found success with anything else.
They're inside the site. KRU are refusing to play off of this. Dante backside, Shy has also got that off angle, but caught out by the relay ball. It just doesn't matter! Dante for three yet again! Back we go. Similar approach to this C site, and again, KRU played themselves in early. Once again, it's...
just some spam onto Okeanos. This is all really just an attempt at a fake.
They sold it dearly, and Kesnet again is going to be waiting for them. Just chomps them down inside lobby.
That attempt at a fake in the last round.
That hard time couldn't come quick enough for Lev here. The game's getting away from them.
They need to get on the defense. Like, they just can't figure anything out on this half. KRU have absolutely dismantled them. I mean, this is really just, let's see if Dante can do something.
Sato, nothing off those couple of shots. We force off that line. Here comes the double tap for Kesnet. Wants to get his hands dirty in on the site. And it's been vacated by Sato.
And needed to teleport out of there for sure. What can KRU actually set up though now? Okeanos getting a spam kill immediately onto Dante. Guardian recovered though.
Okay, Sato ready to receive. Arms wide open, and Shy and Kesnet fall in a screaming heap.
Pivoted. They want to get into garage off the drone from Mazzino.
Shy backing up on this. That is a big kill. Knocked down to 10. That's the Outlaw speaking.
Yeah, even bigger that he can escape, but is actually hunted down.
And oh, Kianos with the Guardian. Heads are rolling. Honestly, that was looking a little bit uncomfortable there for Lev. They realized that overextended. They kind of had to make something happen.
I think that's going to be the case.
Tex has to narrow down here between B presence or a move over towards C.
30 seconds left.
Guardian's getting all too much value this round.
Look at how fast Okeanos is running over here to support Tex. 20 seconds left, and Zeno knows he has to take this duel. Does win it out.
From here on out, though, it's going to be a tough climb. And the death ball, including Oki at the front.
Duels, especially when you just consider how good Sato's War has been.
Ooh, tough. The Outlaw struggles sometimes to get past the double tap shield in Dante. Well, he got purchased with that stinger. Kesner gets in there as well. No, it's a round that shouldn't be happening this way, but it's just crew things at this point.
One enemy remaining.
Even up to a 2v2, gun upgraded, and Dante calls the cancel. Gets on out of B, but we are post-plant. That is snappy work, but he needs to stop this defuse. King is going to be sitting there happy as Larry. There's a peacock. Another round delivered for Leviathan.
Full contact.
30 seconds left.
Next couple seconds they've got to go, but the paranoia saves him off again. Now we're down to 23 seconds. This has not played out the way crew would have liked. There's the paranoia that comes in, but King with the Phantom gets active on the side, and Okeanos, overloaded as he is, hope to shut them down, but he's shy of the later timing. Doesn't really have the weapon for that run. Asserts himself yet again. Covered by 2 for crew, but yep, Sato now he's going to park in the sewer. He's going to see this. Flash to set up the rest of the team. That's an opening now. You can see Okeanos trying to make his way on in as well. Shy dealt with it, traded out. Oh, Kesnet! Fast reactions there allows him to find Sato as he pops out of the drift. Now Lev, rich as they are, very limited ways into this A site.
Yeah, Tech's going to see if he can just deal a little bit of damage, maybe rip some guns away, while crew have to escape from the site before the spike goes off. I like the idea that Sato and Oki had there.
And holding back on that. Hades Fury also for Mazzino. Tig and Lev have been very strong on this part of the map. It's been really difficult to get past him. But Sato! Oki! Mazzino denies them away in. Couple of stingers here means that Dante needs to play up close to enable them. Not bad. Sato and Tex dealt with that. Those stingers fighting one each. They're going to try and play into the site regardless. Lev would love to be done here. Key in com, flush with cash, so could definitely go for this.
I like how crew are playing this super aggro, just stuffing them at the choke. Common's trying to go for a rotate, get over towards Garage. I mean, at this point, they're not going for the round win. They're going to deal as much damage as they can.
Last player standing.
Not going to be any from King, though, and Common shot to the box before he gets to the grip.
Light from the Miets. Crew.
Playing it.
He's saving it for Valorant 2.
Oh my god, Sato with that timing, but instantly traded by Mazzino.
All right, here we go. Okay, there's that kill contract now coming out. Okeanos causing some problems. It's Com in the contract, and Kesnet signed, sealed, and delivered. We'll take the kill.
I mean, this game is just pretty unreal display of the mechanical skill of the players in the server, if I'm being honest. Shot onto Okeanos, running around with the overdrive. Not bad. Not bad into the little kill contract. And now crew just want to slow things down. You know, just in case Tex is flanking, which he is, and over pushes, they'd be able to catch him. But Tex doesn't overextend himself.
Not spotted there. Tex good for one, if not more. Hey, okay.
Of course it's Kesnet and King in the 1 versus 1. They've been back and forth all game. He's been caught in 2 kill contracts. King beat him in the 1v1 clutch earlier. Can he do it again to send this to map 3? Keep the series going.
Kesnet will sit. Tucked up here in this C side of the map. Obviously for King, it's a little bit to work with should he try and be more methodical about how he wants to work this side, but he might be spotted out, and that's big damage for Kesnet. Oh! What's it got to a non-believer? What a moment for Leviatan's King! Step.
4 players in the vicinity, but none of them getting particularly aggro outside of Tex, who of course can get away and wants to bait for King.
Oh, the rendezvous leaves King unattended. He's able to find Sue, and Tex's Headhunter also took his powder flesh. Gate crash out after the flash. Back to A main, or B main rather, is Kesnet. And also those snuck up onto this B side.
Like that doesn't get too greedy in that moment. It's just going to reposition back towards the defender's spawn. But that does give time for a dark cover to get cycled back up. This is Really awkward map, completely divided, but it seems like KRU should be able to get this spike for free.
Yeah, very much for free.
But what is the move from here? It's a very low HP Kesnet on his way to plant the spike, wants to act as that piece of bait that hopefully the much healthier Melser can play off of to try and convert in a very difficult 2v3.
He sees a lot. That information crucial, but now he might be forced out of this game by the smoke. Needs to get in himself. Melser sets up and has a timing that they're not ready for. Kesnet also holds his own on the site with very low health, but he's going to do it now against Tex. One of the Headhunter. Again, this comes down to the duel. Tex here hears the gate crash, but was it faked? He doesn't know! It's a right click! Tex back in familiar territory. Interested in B main, but Lev aren't fooled. They have eyes here for market. They're going to see this push out, Wyatt.
Here comes the split. Kesnet's such low HP and they're not able to find the trade.
Dante cut down. These Stingers are getting involved. Shy's able to find two, though. Cobb knows he's under pressure. Has to double back and try and group up with the rest of Leviathan. They will maybe split their resources now in that market direction. But KRU get the plan. 3 rifles still in the game. How do Lev unravel this on their bonus?
3 rifles, but very low HP. I'm looking at Okeanos. He does have the one real piece of utility here in that paranoia. Is there even going to be a time to use it? Shy is just trying to play in a tough angle to clear a one and done.
Back on logs. It's Okeanos now. He's got to find a way in. Ready the Bulldog to make it work with, and they'll be spammed down through the smoke that would lay him low.
A tour de force, so the op for Lev is going to be controlling B main. And they're hoping that that's going to force KRU to want to go into A, where the Vice Util is waiting. Oh my god!
There's a whistle, baby!
Down A.
Sado blasts him in A main. And as our student audience have realized he's on for the ace, but Tex run it back.
Punching on to A, except the teleport is back in spawn. What is the move here, KRU? Hello, Okeanos is right
time
behind
to
you.
check the weapon as well. Got himself the upgrade. Dante here dancing, dodging. Shots coming in through the smoke from Cobb. The cloud burst bottom of space.
Man? How is he alive? And now it's Dante and Kesnet, both duelists faced up together, but King
peers in, finds his. Kesnet forced to drop down. Steel Garden is now active, and that's because King was able to stay alive. Now what? Shorties for most of these guys. Sato not noticing the player in hell, and Kesnet did zero. Oh my goodness, Cobb picked up, and here's King. Shy's able to find, he's now even up the score. Steel Garden expired. Hunter's Fury in play. Wow, and around the corner, it's Sato yet again. What the hell are we watching? What a bonkers round! He got on the board, got rid of the op player as well. Sato with the dimensional drift, though, is going to be able to see Melser playing slow and close at Gen, and King will be able to eat him up. Dante flashed out. Perpetually, it seems. As Sato was able to deal with the jet, now it's on Kesnet playing from main. A swing and a miss. Being controlled.
This dark cover is placed.
I love this angle.
They want to make their way through. Sato, that's your teammate, brother. You don't have to shoot him.
Sato maybe a little bit jittery, doesn't seem to matter because he finds the cranium of Shy either way. Okeanos got TP'd out of A main, so he gives it up. Full retake protocols here for Leviathan.
Yeah, just set up for the 5v4. No reason to stay there. Shy really getting ahead of himself, going for a fight. Maybe thought he could timing Sato. It's a weird situation, but Dante evens it up.
Getting dangerous. There's a Hunter's Fury here for Com, though. A lot of good retake util.
I mean, yeah, King can rip this Steel Garden.
Oh, the timing from Dante is good. The trade there, though. As Steel Garden is active, Melser trying to fall back into tree. Tex inside the smoke with the shorty. Off we go! King and Tex bring the house down, and it's on Kesnet, who now has access to his primary, and lined up perfectly. Dangerous, very dangerous for Lev. Tex tries to swing on it, tries to keep him busy. Okeanos has to make this work. Dimensional drift will put Kesnet right in front of Oki. Emerging, ready to interrupt. Oki, those reactions, not enough.
That is genius play from Kesnet to use the dimensional drift. Look at him! Sato posted up in B main for the defenders. You can see that Lev have King rotating more towards this A side. This is where the hit's coming in, and Oki was ready for that teleport.
Oh, up close and personal, we're getting it. Oki was busy TPing. Dante out of the site now as Melser downs King, but Comms Hunter's Fury at least gets him 1, 2 in fact. Shy and Mazzino both electrified. Now Dante Deus and Melser.
Didn't see him. Tex didn't see him. There was just but a moment. He could have tried to go for a flick shot. Not able to do so. Spike still needs to be planted. And KRU are going to be concerned because that door could get broken at any time. So they're going to have to watch even one more angle, be concerned about just one more.
Yeah.
So they're going to smoke it. Yeah, they have to smoke that off. And now it's going to be go time for Lev. Sato does have one flash here as well. Comms recon, they were waiting for that to cycle back up. Combos with the flash.
Need that Odin starting to ring out. This fight here for Tex is important, but he doesn't have the most appropriate weapon to swing on it. So groups up. Makes a decoy of himself, and there's the shot. It's good. Melsa, 76 points of health now to try and navigate this sticky situation. Will be dragged into the morass. Actually crossed mid. Might not be quick enough to help out here. It's going to be just King. Yeah, who extricates himself hastily from the situation. Back to Logs, he falls. Dante was always going to be punished. Such an overextension, and yes, Shy was able to find King in the end. Tex very low here on the side, and here comes the dimensional drift. This is going to sniff it out. But there is an offset here. Tex tested, found wanting.
Oh, that movement from Melser is so nice. 3 versus 2. Crew desperately need a 4th round here on the board. Operator picked up now by Melser. He's holding that angle towards spawn. That's going to need to be crossed, and smoke will allow safe passage for the last 2 players from Lev.
Komanoki got to put it together. There is a paranoia on the Omen.
They're smoked off towards lane. What is the moment to go? Oh, that paranoia lineup would have at least hit Shy, tucked in the corner.
They don't know about the backstab either way.
Starting to dwindle.
Limited information here for LEVIATAN. They're going to have to go for it. Here comes paranoia. Both players pinged out. What a recon. Now Oki swings the corner and Shy.
One enemy remaining.
He's so low. Wide, he's so low. Tries to chase Kesnet, but again. Oh, yes, too canny, too clever, and too sharp when it matters. Crew get up to 4 rounds after it. He's determined that this is going to be a big hit.
Oh my god, that shock. Look at the damage that's done.
Yeah, Sato, Com took a hit there as well. Means his classics look a little scarier. Melsa wants to play up a little bit more off the side. Tex took a headshot there. Dangerous. But Mazito's in such a hurry to try and get through the smoke and play himself into the side. The Lev are just capitalizing. Crew's composure doesn't quite seem to be here in such an important round in this map.
The players are so low HP, but they can't convert anything. Kesnet swings out, but there's just too many angles to clear.
Certainly not the most compelling bonus offering from LEVIATAN.
Standing ahead.
We know exactly what Stingers can do. He could have gone for it there, Sato, just saying. Clone crosses. Shy waits at Logs to receive. Sato's able to turn this into a trade and more. Mazito and Shy already fall by the wayside. Sato gets his upgrade. And B-side control sits with Lev.
This feels like the game on the line. Kesnet.
Okeanos got timings there.
When the pressure is on, he wants to be the playmaker. He's going to even it into a 3-on-3, in which Sato has a dimensional drift, but realistically, don't think there's a time to use it.
Perhaps he's got an idea, something creative. The timing is so good. Oh, it's just criminal from Sato. 4 on the run. They'll let him have another, but Dante shuts him down. Now it's Oki and Com. Dante Deus acquired a map on this one. Silenced properly in round 15. And Lev convert the bonus. Gate crash over towards the B side here, so Sato might well join them or not.
Painful timing from Melser. And that's just going to result in an immediate dimensional drift. Time to get into this B site. There's not going to be any smokes going down on that choke point, that's for sure. Sato gets all of the info.
Yep. Also knows that there's a rotation back to the stairs. Hey, man! Right in front of Shy emerges the audacity and the shorty. Both inflict damage in equal measure. King by Logs.
One enemy.
No bit of lumberjack to hang your head on.
Oh my god, that was a dink onto Calm through the wall.
Dante's got a lot of work to do here with the Guardian trying to throw off the crosshair placement. Sato bails Okeanos out and take... When I watch every one of your rounds.
This is it for Crew to try and stay in the game.
I don't know. Nervous for them indeed. Flame Storm here for Dante, wants more. He's always asking for more, but with the paranoia now, he'll be brought down, and Crew impale themselves upon Lev. They run into A main and are decimated.
We are headed towards the craziest possible result for this group, in which both Crew and Lev go into the final week 2-2, with playoff hopes hanging in the balance.
Shy is in a 1 versus 4. We know how these tend to go. No corpses for neural thefts, no teammates to back him up, but Okeanos shuts the book on another chapter in our El Clasico rivalry. And again, it's Lev who get the best of KRU. Both these teams now go to 2-2, with the head-to-head being won by LEVIATAN. So this represents a